I tried to dress up for the video, but I realized I'm not a fashion icon like Rihanna, so we're just gonna start the video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Zhariya Smith, and I typically make commentary videos just like this one, so if you guys like that, you're happy to just love my gorgeous face, make sure to subscribe down below and hit the notification bell to get notified every single time I post, which happens to be on Mondays and on Fridays. How are you doing? So it came to my attention that last Monday's video was not perceived well by the masses, which I'm fine with. And if my personal opinions about Chris Brown truly hurt someone's feelings out there, who am I to try to quote-unquote cancel an artist who I don't affect? Whatever. Point is, so since I'm not allowed to talk about Chris Brown in any type of way, we're now going to talk about Rihanna, the woman who is an icon. All jokes aside, I'm going to make a video about the rise of the Fenty brand. And yes, I say Fenty brand because Fenty at this point is more than just Fenty Beauty. We have Savage X Fenty, we have Fenty Skin, we have Fenty Beauty, we have Fenty X Puma. Girls making money moves. So we're going to talk about it. So if you are under a rock, I'm going to tell you guys who is Rihanna, because you might be wondering. You might not know who she is. She's not an extremely A-list celebrity. Not everyone knows who she is. But Rihanna is the founder is the co-owner of Fenty Beauty, and I'll get into that later. But as far as you need to know, Rihanna, her name is Robin Rihanna Fenty. That's where the Fenty comes in. She was born on February 20th, 1998 in Barbados, which is in the Caribbean. She is the oldest child of 3, and her parents, Monica and Richard Fenty, both got divorced when she was 14 years old. Soon after, she auditioned for a little, I don't remember if it was a talent show or something, but she auditioned for something with 2 of her friends. A man named Evan Rogers saw Rihanna shine. So then, only 2 years later, he somehow got Rihanna signed to Def Jam Records when she was only 16 years old. Imagine the power. But regardless, in 2005, she released her first album, Music of the Sun, which sold more than 2 million copies worldwide. Rihanna, her music career, as you guys know, is very extensive, and a certain event happened in 2009, but we won't get to that today because some people don't like my opinions on it. But aside from that, she has been in many movies, and she also guest starred in Bates Motel. She was in Valerian, the City of a Thousand Planets. She was in Ocean's 8, Home, many more movies. She has won 13 AMAs, 9 BET Awards, 13 Billboard Awards, 9 Grammys. She had 6 Guinness World Records, and she has 8 iHeartRadio Awards. She has a lot more, but those are just the top ones that I felt to mention. She has a lot of VMAs, which already, but regardless, that is Rihanna. That is her before she started her business empire. So, in December of 2014, Rihanna and Puma announced that they were going to be having a collection together, and it was going to be called Fenty X Puma. They later released many other shoes, but Puma was going through a rebranding process in 2014 and 2015, and they decided to do a collaboration with Rihanna because Rihanna has been in the fashion industry. She's been known, and she's very well known. She's very smart, very business oriented, so who better to pick than Rihanna? Because back then, the 3 big people were Beyonce, Rihanna, and Nicki Minaj, so they picked Rihanna. September of 2015, they actually released their first shoe, which was the Creeper, which everyone loved. I wanted to get a pair. But point is, Rihanna and Puma then released many collections. In February of 2016, they had a full Fenty X Puma collection, which was more than just shoes at this point. It was statement athleisure, and the rest is history. She has many collections with Puma at this point. And in September of 2017, she announced after her collection with Puma, she announced that she was going to be opening a brand called Fenty Beauty. So Fenty Beauty, I don't have to introduce Fenty Beauty, but if you guys do not know, Fenty Beauty is a brand that is a kendo brand in Sephora. Kendo is essentially just like, you know how companies like have a company who owns it. It's kind of situation that's happening. And it is in Sephora, and Fenty Beauty is well known for their vast shade ranges, inclusive makeup, and etc. But Fenty Beauty is owned by Rihanna, and in 1 month, she made apparently $72 million. $72 million in 1 month. If only one day that's going to be me. But she revolutionized inclusive foundation ranges because really at that time, the only companies that had inclusive foundation ranges were those professional makeup brands such as NARS and MAC, obviously. But there weren't really any like brands that were like affordable, like in the mid-range, that were, you know, inclusive for everyone, who like was a good formula, was medium to full coverage. And that was what Fenty provided. It started out with 40 shades. Then later on, they expanded to 50 now. And for me personally, I'm wearing Fenty foundation right now and Fenty concealer. I also mixed in Rare Beauty. But I wear Fenty makeup in literally all of my videos. I love Fenty makeup. And it's like I replaced my Too Faced foundation with my Fenty foundation, and I love it so much. And it was first released September 8th of 2017. In this release, we had a foundation. Obviously, we had primers. We had matchstick contour, cream contour sticks. We had the highlighter sticks, blotting powder, blotting papers. Obviously, we had brushes. We have 3 brushes, a beauty blender, and the gloss bomb, which I'm actually wearing right now. And they had highlighters as well, like pan highlighters. Forbes said that in 2019, they believed that conservatively, Fenty Beauty was worth $3 billion. And that's 2019. So you can only imagine with all the stuff that she's released now. But Fenty Beauty has a wide range of products. She now has concealers. She has a wide range of lipsticks, lip paints. She has pretty much every single product you could probably think of. Like, you could do a full face of Fenty Beauty for sure. Fenty Beauty is also a household name in makeup. I see a lot of, Instagram influencers, YouTubers, even people that I have in my day-to-day life who use Fenty Beauty on a day-to-day basis. So it's important to note that, like, some makeup brands, it's like, oh, like, I have what do I have? I have an e.l.f. primer, but I don't use it all the time. I bought it like once, and so it's important. Like, Fenty Beauty is something that people constantly integrate into the makeup routines when they're not posting it, And it's obviously loved by POC, went from her inclusive foundation rate to her inclusive campaign shoots. Rihanna is all about inclusivity, which you're going to see in her later developments. So, next we have Savage X Fenty. Savage X Fenty is a lingerie brand that she has. And it's very poppin', it's very good. And it was announced May 2018, and it was made in partnership with Textile. She does shows for Fashion Week every single year with Savage X Fenty. Hey guys, so in the past hour of me editing this video, Rihanna has now been getting canceled on Twitter, and I felt to add it into this part because I'm talking about Savage X Fenty, and this is in relation to Savage X Fenty. Essentially, Rihanna decided to use, and I'm not going to say Rihanna specifically, but her team decided to use a religious thing that is pertaining to Muslim people. And it's extremely offensive, especially in the background of a lingerie video, and then remix on top of that is kind of insensitive. It's very insensitive, and people are trying to spread awareness about how Islamophobic this thing is, whether she knows it or not. I think it's important to note and make sure to educate yourself, guys, because I am making a video about the Fenty brand. This is pertaining to the Fenty brand, and I don't want to put out this positive video about Rihanna when she just did this. Like, not even, like, it just wouldn't be right. So let's
continue on to the video, but make sure to keep this in mind that this did happen and whether or not you want to further on support Fenty after this situation. So let's get on to the rest of the video.
And it was an estimated annual revenue of about $150 million, which is a lot of money. But I wish I had. Fenty, Savage X Fenty is also, as you know, extremely inclusive. Bralettes go from size extra small to 3X, and bras go from a 30A to a 46 triple D. That's really inclusive for a brand, and it's really difficult to find lingerie or just bras in general for like those larger sizes. They have a lot of difficulty. Savage X Fenty adds like more inclusivity on like another front, because we have like exclusive beauty. Now we have exclusive clothing from Rihanna. So what else can we get from her? Skincare. So this is still very recent, but Rihanna then decided to release Fenty Skin. Now I personally have not tried Fenty Skin because I have really, really dry skin. My skin flakes off all the time. I have to use 3 moisturizers, primer, multiple hydrating sprays on my face just to look nice. So I don't really change my skincare much because I'm scared of messing up my face even more. But Fenty Skin came out on July 1st, and my only issue with it is that it has fragrances in it, and as a person who has sensitive skin, fragrance isn't really good for me, so I try to stray away from products that have fragrance in it. Unless it's like a wash-off treatment, then I don't really care. She says that she wants to meet all the skincare needs of all skin tones, types, and concerns, encompassing pillars of inclusivity and accessibility for all. Fenty Skin released a makeup removing cleanser, a toning serum, and a moisturizer / sunscreen. And that sunscreen does not have a white cast. And if you're black, you know that a lot of sunscreens, when we put it on our face or our bodies, it looks white, and we don't like looking pale and ashy. That's not a vibe for us. So let's talk about the future of Fenty. What was Fenty going to get up to? Now I think that Fenty, obviously she's going to extend product line. She's obviously going to extend Fenty Skin for sure. She's probably going to do some more Puma stuff. But I think that she should do fragrances again, because if you guys don't know, Rihanna she did collaborations with fragrances at one point. And I also just want her to release a new album, because we're missing out. We truly are on a Rihanna album. It's been 4 years. So Rihanna is obviously a very established businesswoman. She is doing amazing. She's breaking down so many walls for other women behind her, but she is the first female-fronted LVMH brand created from scratch. Also, she's the first Black woman to lead a luxury house brand. Also in 2012, Rihanna launched a non-profit organization called the Clara Lionel Foundation, named after her grandmother, and this supports and funds education and early response programs around the world. For her philanthropy, she won the President's Award of the 2020 NAACP Image Awards. So Rihanna is obviously a very well-renowned person. She's for the community service. She is all about helping other people. She wants to include people with skincare, body types, shoes even. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, because that really, really, really helps small channels like mine. I just hit 500 subscribers a couple days ago, and I cried like a baby. So if you guys want to support my channel and help get me to 600, make sure to subscribe down below, and also hit the notification bell to get notified whenever single time I post, which is on Mondays and on Fridays, like I said. But I hope you guys stay happy, stay healthy, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.